Hi, and thanks for those of you who talked me into doing the video reflection as opposed to another written reflection. I'm going to start by just talking about some of the great activities today, and by doing that, I think I'm going to thank many of you. If you happen to watch this, if it's just Dr. Wilburn, oh well. The first was diamond problems. At first, I thought Ashley was just going to do challenge 24 questions, and that obviously wasn't what was going on. I think they're going to be a great asset to my classroom. As a warm-up for students to do when they're finished with other things, as a way of exploring all kinds of numbers that are integral to the 7th grade curriculum: integers, fractions, decimals, and then in 8th grade, adding variables. That was an idea that someone else presented. Fabulous idea. Um, Next, the articles. The elementary teachers, in reviewing their articles, to talk about recognizing that the equal sign means the same as and not necessarily the result is. That's an assumption I think that I've made about the middle school students, something that they understood, and if they don't, um, we need to clarify that. So great if it starts in the elementary, but I may have to go back and you know reemphasize that fact. The middle school teachers, I think that we were all on board with our articles, so I don't need to comment very much about that. And the high school, I liked the idea of teaching graphs before you teach a table or an equation. It hadn't occurred to me, but that might be a great way to attack it. I think I'm going to try it and experiment. Next, we moved on, I believe, to Kristen's explanation of function notation, and she did a great job. Yesterday, we did some things with showing the different representations, the 5 different ways, and it didn't, again, it wasn't something in the forefront of my mind that you needed to show all the different representations. I just assumed people saw the connections, and that's just too big of an assumption to make. So Kristen, thank you. You did a great job. What was next? The hands-on equations. Hands-on equation is something that I've taught. So I didn't really learn a lot with that, but I liked being a part of a larger group where I could help to facilitate what was going on. So hopefully other people found it beneficial to work with a middle school teacher. I was placed with high school, and I guess there was another middle school teacher there, but who had not used it before. So I liked being the facilitator. So maybe it didn't benefit me, but hopefully it benefited somebody else that I was a part of their group. Algebra tiles and base 10 tiles, neither of which had I used before. Base 10, it was great to work with a group because together we could figure things out. We knew what multiplication meant, we understood the idea of an array, but the manipulative portion was just not something we were familiar with. So I liked working with others simply for the fact that I would have been lost without them. Algebra tiles, I had not experienced them. I had not taught with them. It's something I avoided, I think similarly to the way that Jasmine said she avoided them, simply because we didn't need them to do the work, so it wasn't something we were comfortable with. It's definitely something that I should try. So I think that captures most of what we did. If you look at what I gained in working with teachers from across the different grade levels, I think that was apparent in some of my previous comments. I think it does impact my understanding of how students learn. Again, I think that sometimes those of us who learn mathematics very quickly don't break it down to the point and don't give credence to the fact that learning another way, through manipulatives or through visualizations, is a way that we need to attack problems. I'm learning that I need to be more understanding of those students and not be frustrated with them if they don't have that past experience. I don't really have difficulties working with students from other grade levels. Hopefully they don't have difficulty working with me. I like being in the middle. I feel that I am bridging the gap between the elementary and the high school teachers. So it's been a great class so far. I love learning from everyone. So thank you for the experience, and we'll see what happens tomorrow and the next day.